Manchester United host Fulham in the FA Cup fifth round at Old Trafford this afternoon, giving Ruben Amorim's side the chance to reach the quarter-finals and boost their hopes of lifting silverware this season. Cup football is on the agenda for Manchester United, with the Premier League on pause until next weekend. The Red Devils host Fulham at Old Trafford on Sunday in the FA Cup fifth round, and they're one of the only teams they've beaten twice this season. A place in the quarter-finals is up for grabs, and Ruben Amorim will know just how important a win could be. The FA Cup has thrown up some difficult ties for United after being drawn against 3 Premier League clubs thus far. In the third round, United beat Arsenal on penalties at the Emirates. It was Amorim's first taste of FA Cup action, and he followed it up with a fourth-round win over Leicester City. So, although United seem to show up in cup games, things simply have to improve because securing European football for next season is reliant on winning the Europa League or FA Cup. This makes Sunday's visit of Fulham all the more important for United to perform as strongly as possible. On Thursday, United will travel to Spain for the first leg of their Europa League last 16 clash with Real Sociedad. Both competitions could go a long way towards defining Amorim's first season as United manager, but he'll need to get his team selections right. Manchester United will be without Patrick Dorgu for Sunday's Emirates FA Cup fifth-round tie against Fulham at Old Trafford. The wingback, who signed for the Reds from Lecce earlier this month, is serving the first of a 3-match suspension after being sent off for serious foul play during Wednesday's 3-2 home win over Ipswich Town. His ban applies to all domestic competitions, meaning he will sit out of this fixture and the Premier League meetings with Arsenal and Leicester City too. Noussair Mazraoui was introduced for Alejandro Garnacho to shore up the United defense following Dorgu's dismissal, and he would appear to be the most obvious candidate for Ruben Amorim to draft into his starting 11. In Friday's press conference, Amorim confirmed that United would have the same squad to choose from for the Cottagers tie, other than Dorgu. That means Altay Bayindir, Toby Collier and Tom Heaton are set to still be missing, along with Ahmad, Johnny Evans, Kabi Mainu and Lisandro Martinez, who are all longer-term concerns. There is no confirmed return date for either Mason Mount or Luke Shaw, with both players sidelined since December. Amorim added that Alejandro Garnacho picked up a knock in midweek, but he thinks the Argentina international will be fit to play.
How important is this competition to Manchester United, and will you have any players back for the game?
No, I think no one different is back. They are still trying to recover to help us in the next games. It's really important for us, but nowadays everything is important. Like the last win, just the feeling of win. The way we work in the next stage is completely different. So we want to go to the next stage, and we want to have two wins in a row, especially at home, and we need that feeling.
We spoke briefly the other night about Alejandro Garnacho. I was just wondering if you could clear up the situation there.
Yeah, he came to me. Was funny because in the next day he came to me to my office. I did some investigation, and he went to the dressing room, changed his clothes because he was wet. He watched the game in the different, not in the bench. We watched the game. In the end of the game, he was there, and he went home. So there's not a issue there. But I told them that in Manchester United everything is important, and perception in a big club is really important. So he's going to pay a dinner to all the team, and that's it.
Manchester United Academy hotshot Chido Obi is expected to at least be on the bench for Sunday's FA Cup tie, and he could start. The 17-year-old, who signed from Arsenal last summer, has been scoring for fun at youth level and recently made 2 substitute appearances for the first team. Both of those were away from home, so today could be his first taste of playing at Old Trafford. That's because Obi was left out of United's under-18 side, who faced Arsenal in the FA Youth Cup on Friday, with a 3-2 win booking their place in the semi-finals. Should Chido Obi start for Manchester United against Fulham? Share your thoughts in the comments below. For Fulham, Sasa Lukic is available to play, as his suspension for picking up 10 top-flight yellow cards only applies to the Premier League. Emile Smith-Rowe could feature despite sustaining an ankle injury during the defeat to Crystal Palace, while Rice Nelson, Harry Wilson, and Kenny Teat are long-term absentees. Manchester United's best form this season has come in cup competitions, while we sit 14th in the Premier League. Amorim has watched his United side struggle to adopt his methods midway through the season, and Fulham will put up a fight this afternoon. United's head coach confirmed on Friday that he will not have any of the 9 injured players back fit, but he will also be without Patrick Dorgu due to suspension. With this in mind, here is our predicted lineup. In between the sticks, Andre Onana is likely to keep his place while Altay Bayindir is injured. The Turkey international starred in United's third-round win over Arsenal, but hasn't been able to appear since then due to injury. Although we would love to see Aiden Heaven from the start, Amorim is unlikely to take any unnecessary risks at the back. The jury is still out on Matthijs de Ligt, but he's also come into a defense that had been leaking goals before his arrival. Getting on the scoresheet against Ipswich Town last weekend, Harry Maguire continues to thrive under Amorim, but he'd like to be part of a defense keeping more clean sheets. Against Ipswich, Lenny Yoro had a solid outing and surely starts against Fulham. The young French defender is getting better each week. Noussair Mazraoui didn't feature in the starting lineup against Ipswich, although he is expected to return to Amorim's starting team on Sunday. Manuel Ugarte is looking to build on his first goal for United, which he scored 2 weeks ago against Everton. Needs to be disciplined in front of United's back 3. Roy Keane may question Bruno Fernandes's leadership, but there is no denying he is United's most important player. All 3 of United's goals against Ipswich came from Fernandes's set pieces. Diogo Dalot will return to the left flank since Dorgu's suspension rules him out of action for the next 3 domestic matches. His form has been a concern this season. 2 of Joshua Zirkzee's 40 touches against Ipswich came in the opponent's box. And United need goals, so he needs to ensure that he gets into the danger area. After storming down the tunnel in reaction to being substituted before half-time, Alejandro Garnacho will have fire in his belly to prove himself against Fulham. The 20-year-old could do with a goal. United don't have many options in attack, but if they did, I'd likely suggest resting Rasmus Højlund against Fulham. The Dane is short on confidence, but has no other choice but to play his way through the struggles. So the starting lineup is Andre Onana in goal. The back 3 should stay the same. Matthijs de Ligt, Harry Maguire, and Lenny Yoro. Noussair Mazraoui at left wing-back, with Diogo Dalot continuing on the opposite end. Manuel Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes in the center of the park. In attack, Alejandro Garnacho, Joshua Zirkzee, and Rasmus Højlund. Manchester United's season is on the line and every game counts. Will Ruben Amorim's tactics be enough to secure a crucial FA Cup victory? Can young stars like Chido Obi make an impact at Old Trafford? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the Red Devils. Share this video with fellow United fans and join the discussion, because this is just the beginning of Amorim's journey at Old Trafford. More big games, more analysis, and more exclusive content coming your way. Stay tuned.